Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for this opportunity to come and see the different candidates and what we stand for and what we believe in. And so I'll start right out with who I am and kind of what I believe in. My name is Raymond Baldwin. I'm probably the only native running here because I was born in Hillsborough. I went to North Marion High School down the road. I'm a general contractor. Before that, for 30 years. Before that, I was a journeyman carpenter for 10 years in Union. Before that, I worked 3 years in the sheet metal, where I started out sweeping floors and went to expediter to the plant. Before that, I was working in plywood mills down in Independence while I went to college at Oregon College of Education. And before that, I was booming down the river, rafting logs for about 2.5 years, where I saved enough money to go to college. So I've been to Oregon College of Education, Portland Community, Portland State University. I was chairman of academic affairs at Portland State University, ASPSU. I worked in Governor Vicatia's office for a while as an intern in charge of the intern program, bringing college students into different government agencies for college credit. Trying to slow down here a little bit. Some of the other things I've done, worked with schools. I was elected to the site council as a junior. I was in the grade school site council for a couple of years. Those of you that are familiar with education, site council in the junior high as well. I was a scout leader, Cub Scout leader, PAC commissioner. So anyway, to get down to it, I am the constitutional candidate. The constitutional party believes in 7 different articles, which I'll briefly touch upon. And if you don't mind, I'm going to have to use the help of some specs here. So, Constitutional Party believes in the divinity of human life. And the first duty of civil government is to protect the innocent human life from conception until natural birth, and with no exceptions. And so when abortion and euthanasia exists, it puts all life at risk. Second principle is liberty. We stake our whole future on the fact that American people can govern themselves by obedience to the 10 Commandments, and by so doing, increase our liberty and our freedoms. And by so doing, we stimulate our economy, because the more freedom that people have, the more they innovate. The more they innovate, the more we have a market. And that is what we have to do, is give people more freedom, less restrictions. The third is the family. Our Creator set up in place the family as the first divinely instituted form of government. I see I have 2 minutes left. Anyway, we believe that the authority of the home belongs there. As James Madison said, conscience is the most sacred of all property, and that can best be protected in the home. Constitution, we believe, our founding fathers proposed that the Constitution would uphold these ideals expressed in our Declaration of Independence as the law of the land, and limit the power and scope of the federal government. Local governments, well, we desire to return the federal government. We desire to return control of the federal government back to the people, and restrict those powers to the 10th Amendment in our Bill of Rights. As a principle, our founding fathers sought to ensure that the duties of civil government always be performed at the lowest level, electing local officials and clerks, and keep accountability at the lowest level. And finally, our sovereignty. We oppose membership in the United Nations and any other treaty affiliated with the attempts to assert authority over the Constitution or bypass our sovereign rights, constitutionally elected representatives. So that's what I stand for. And the question was, we were supposed to ask a lot of things that we want to do, and I probably have 1 minute left. Not even one? 1 minute, okay. All right, well, I want to cut taxes, stop big government that's using too much money to establish social governing agencies that regulate the control of families and children, stop trafficking of children in states and feds, make secondary education affordable by lowering the fees, lowering interest rates on the loans. And now I have to go, and maybe you guys can come to my table and talk to me, because I have a lot of other ideas, and they're all good ideas. So anything that leads to our freedom and to our liberty, that's what I stand